Hello, my good friends. I am here with another book review. Let's get going. So this review is going to be for Love Theoretically by the one and only Hazelwood. This is her newest STEMenist romance novel, and I gave it 3 stars. I was actually not the biggest fan of this one, and out of the 3 that I've read, Love on the Brain is definitely my favorite. So Love Theoretically is about a theoretical physicist, and if you don't know what a theoretical physicist is, I'm gonna tell you right now, because the book really doesn't do a good job of describing what theoretical physicists are, and what this main character does. A theoretical physicist, you can tell by the title, studies the theory of physics. But their main objective is to discover the origins of the universe. So a major faux pas in this novel is when our main character, Little Miss Elsie, makes a statement about 15% of the way through the book about the Big Bang being the origin of the universe, which is not true at all. No physicist, especially not a theoretical physicist, would ever say that. So at that point, I just completely lost confidence in the STEM element, but I kept going. It was a quick read. It was a very, very quick read. Parts of it were funny. The smut was okay. It wasn't really as smutty as Love on the Brain. There were sex scenes, and our Mr. Love interest, Jack here, he was quite the talker in bed. I had some secondhand embarrassment coming in. It's calm down, dude. Just get it done. Don't tell us everything. But this book is probably most famous for those people who haven't read it. Probably the biggest thing I can assume you're looking forward to when you read this is a cameo from Little Miss Olive and Little Mr. Adam from the Love Hypothesis. This comes about 60% of the way through the book. Our character, Elsie, is on the second date with the main guy, Jack. There's a very, very stupid, childish, just beef between experimental physicists and theoretical physicists. Evidently, they hate each other. It was just annoying. But it did sort of remind me, because I have a degree in creative writing, it did kind of remind me about this sort of rift between the fiction writers and the poetry writers, and then you got the non-fiction writers who just think they're better than everybody else. But that's for another day. So let me just talk about this cameo from Olive and Adam. What a load of self-indulgent garbage. Basically, our character Elsie just sits on a couch with Olive, and Olive gives us this, epilogue of what she and Adam have been up to. And it's like, it serves no purpose, really, other than to get Elsie comfortable with her boyfriend's friends, and she, doesn't even talk to her boyfriend that whole night. She just talks to Olive. And Olive, she's like, how did you guys meet? Oh, it's a long story. Yeah, you should sell the movie rights. No, I want a Netflix series. And it's like, really, Hazelwood, I really, really hope you don't get a Netflix series that is sexy like Bridgerton, because after that cameo, you don't deserve one. So let's go a little deeper and talk about the characters. We've got Elsie, who is an adjunct teacher. She hates teaching, can't blame her. She's chronically ill, she has type 1 diabetes, and she doesn't have health insurance, which is a problem. In the United States, we don't have national health care. If you don't have a job that provides insurance, then you're shit out of luck, and you gotta pay millions at some point, of dollars on health insurance, on healthcare, depending on how sick you are. So Elsie was one of those fake girlfriends. You get on an app and you choose, okay, I'm going somewhere, my mom's been begging me to get married, so you take a fake girlfriend. And Because of that, she doesn't really have a sense of who she is, and she's afraid that if she reveals her true self, people aren't going to love her anymore. And I loved that, because as someone with both chronic physical and mental illness, that is terrifying. I've spoken about it before, but the idea of someone seeing the real you and not wanting to be around you anymore is horrifying. And I've always said, next to dying in a mass shooting, that is my biggest fear. So I gave this 3 stars. There was stuff I loved in it, like the quirky roommate who had a hedgehog, and Elsie's disdain for teacher, and just Elsie herself. I hated the All of Them Adam cameo, and I hated the STEM aspect. I just ignored it, because I couldn't trust it because of that statement that was made about the Big Bang. This character, though, unlike the character in Love on the Brain, did actually seem to be pretty smart. She didn't have the highest emotional intelligence, unlike Olive, or unlike our girl B, but it was fine. And so I didn't really like our love interest, Jack, who's an experimental physicist. He didn't do much for me, because he didn't do much at all. And Elsie has an affinity for Twilight, which is really, really cute, but I felt like it was a little bit lazy in the writing by how much it defined her personality. So the main gist of this book, it's a theoretical physicist. She gets with an experimental physicist. These 2 departments hate each other. They fall in love and have sex. So this is probably one of the most basic romance novels I've ever read, with a self-indulgent, hubris-infused cameo that just, I mean, I'm surprised my eyes didn't roll out of my head at that. So, Allie Hazelwood, I'm giving you one more chance with the STEMenist novellas. I'll probably vlog that, but I'm not a fan of this one, girl, and you gotta redeem yourself. So, that's it for me. Keep reading, keep writing, keep loving words. 3 stars. Have a great day.